there, my name is Paulina and I'm going to tell you a little bit about our SCAMPER brainstorm template and framework overall. So SCAMPER template is about brainstorming together with your team about possible solutions for the problem that you formulated in advance. So here everything starts with the fact that you're aware of the problem you're currently working on. The context is shared with others in advance. And then you just have to come up with a team or maybe even on your own what are possible solutions for this problem. And SCAMPER is just pushing you to check the problem from different angles, from different perspectives. And every word, every letter there is a keyword, a definition. So S goes for the substitute, C goes for the combine, A for adapt, and etc. You can see this on a screen, you can see this in the document itself. So it can be applied to any product, to any service, in fact to anything. It's pretty popular one, so it has some trusted users and it encourages out-of-the-box thinking. However, it may take some time and practice to make it work, especially if you are not used to such kind of things. And also, generating a new idea is not always that perfect. It's okay to put a lot of them to the abandoned bucket and forget about the fact that we ever had it. Like, not to forget, but know that we had such an idea, but it's okay not to apply them. So how does this work, the framework and this template? So everything starts with a problem. So you have to identify which problem are you going to solve, why are you focusing on a specific problem right now, and in a perfect world you will also share the whole context with your team in advance. So in Fibery this will live on a view which is called problems to work on. As you see here I have like just a board. You can create whatever you prefer, I don't know, a table, a list, and in fact you can also just use this as a problems bank. I mean, like add anything at some point and then apply some prioritization frameworks to decide what you want to focus on next. So if I open a particular problem, let me open it. Inside it has some states. So by the way, all of them are customizable. You can add your states if you want. And here in fact is, don't tell anyone please, but this is an AI generated description. Don't do this with AI, try to do it on your own, but it's a template. So you can use this document to store the context, which we were talking about already in advance. So this is what has to be shared before. It's nice to think about the objectives. Success metrics can appear later once you decide which ideas are approved. And yep, formulate the problem. So you don't have to switch to Confluence, to Google Docs, to Notion, to any other tool. Your documentation is inside the card. So next time you're focusing on the next problem, you open it. As you see, it's very blank, it's very empty. So to the description you put whatever everyone has to be aware of. Okay, so what was going on next? Let's go back to this page. I think it will be good to be on the same side. So start a brainstorm and apply SCAMPER questions. So for the brainstorming, usually whiteboards are a way to go. So of course we have a kind of a whiteboard. So here you have a whiteboard for the problem you've articulated, which is called long wait times at coffee shop. And as you see, like, of course it's already a polished version. I mean, you can just drag and drop ideas anytime and then just reorder them up to your preferences. But as you see, they're all still grouped by the idea type. So these two ideas are on the reverse part. Those are about elimination. So let's just give a real life example, like not that real life, but still. So we have the problem that long wait times at coffee shop like is disturbing us somehow. And we think this is a real problem. So we think about what can we eliminate in our processes or in our business to fix it. So for example, if we will remove unpopular menu items, this is elimination of something that we have in the menu. Probably it will help us to speed up because people will have less choice, easier to make decision, kitchen will work faster. Of course, there are pros and cons of this decision, of this idea, but here we are. And here, every card is a real card. So compared to Miro, where every card is just, a text box, and this is it. So you brainstormed in a Figma, in Miro, or anywhere else, and you put it everything on a board, and then you have to manually go and put it to the place where you work, like to Jira, to Jira, to Notion, to ClickUp, wherever you are. So in Fibery, you're doing everything in the same place. And this idea also has different kind of fields, like importance, complexity, excitement. To be honest, like this is a no-code tool, nothing is hard-coded. So again, you can delete any field, you can make them look better. I believe you will be able to. You can add new fields here, you can delete whatever you don't like, and all of those properties, all of those fields can be shown right here. For example, it doesn't look good anymore, so I'll remove it, but you got the point. So if there is a field on the idea level, you will be able to show it on a whiteboard. And in fact, every single problem will have its own whiteboard. And when you are done, we don't need it in the left menu anymore because it will be cluttering across the time, right? Because we're solving problems one by one. Having 50 whiteboards in the left menu will look annoying. So what do? We're going back to our problems to work on board. We open a problem, and if I scroll down here, I see here whiteboards. So what can I do? I can link Ideation Brainstorm, and once it is finished and we are done with the brainstorming, this whiteboard will live inside the problem. So it will be still accessible, but it will not clutter the left menu for us. I think that we can, there are a lot of ways how to create new ideas. Let's try to create a new whiteboard. It will not be that nice as the one in the example, but still. So the first thing is that I'm going to add a card to the problem we're going to talk about. So there is such a button, insert a card here, and I click on it and I choose what I'm going to see here. And I want to enter here a problem. Okay, limited sitting during peak hours. Amazing. Okay, now I have a real problem on the whiteboard. Okay, what is going next? Probably I want also to add a lot of items. I want to add all the idea types we have. There we are. So here I clicked multi-entities insert, it suggested me something, and I chose idea type. Okay. So, you can move them around the way you want. This may take some time, and you can decide what do you want to start from. So, limited sitting during peak hours. Let's start with the elimination, just because I like elimination. So, what can we do? For example, we can forbid the access for the people with laptops, because it will empty the space, people will not spend that much time, so they will be it will be faster, and let's say that will be only during peak hours. So this is just an idea, okay? So forbid access for creatures with laptops. Yep, unfortunately cats will be forbidden too, they have laptops. Okay, let's create even kind of arrow between those. If we have limited seating during peak hours and put to another use, I don't know, what can we do? I don't know, to modify, to adapt. Maybe during the peak hours we can only, I don't know, sell something that is cooking very fast. So only simple dishes are allowed. I don't know, only simple positions are sold during peak hours. I think it's something between adapt and eliminate. Yeah, but let's imagine that's adapt. Okay, what am I doing now? There can be a lot of them. So now I want to transform them into the real ideas. So let's maybe also create some more arrows like this. And what can I do is I can click on any of those text boxes and I can convert them. And I want to convert them into the idea. I did it. And this one I also want to convert into the idea. Okay. And now I can open this idea. I see the problem it belongs to. I see the idea type. I can add here a short description, like no laptops, less time spent on precious tables. Oh, okay. And although I added them on a whiteboard, if I go to my idea bank, so this is a board with all the ideas across all the problems, I can scroll down and you see those two ideas appeared here as well. So when we have a whiteboard, we can not only show something that exists already, but also we can create new items like on the fly. So that's up to you. Do you want to convert only like nice ideas and all of the worst ones will live here just as the text boxes, or you want to convert all of them so you could like anytime go to the idea bank and check what was deprecated at some point? That is up to you. And what are we going doing next? Imagine like again there is a lot of ideas. You can also, by the way, add comments on the errors, so there are a lot of like fancy features here. And yeah, we open a problem. As you see, by the way, it also has those ideas because we connected them with those arrows. This is why Fibery understood, it has to be connected, and it applied this connection automatically. And now we have to link this new whiteboard. I think this is this one. Yep. Here, and again it disappeared from the left menu, but it will still be preserved on the problem level. No clutter in the left menu, context always with us, safe. Okay, what's going on next? We're going to the idea bank. So idea bank will have all the ideas that you brainstormed before on your whiteboard, and here you will be able to prioritize it. Icebox, like maybe it's too complex, but it's just still a valid idea. We don't have time resources to focus on it now, maybe later, let's leave it here. Considering, well, there are high chances, and again, best ideas will have their own documentation. So short description for us is just to remember what exactly did we discuss on the brainstorming session, but you can put here all the description, and later, just as an idea to you, you can connect this brainstorm template with project management or with software development templates, and then decompose this idea into real tasks, into real features, into real issues. That's up to you. But for now, we stay here. And yep, I definitely recommend you to prioritize all the fields that we added and to make it look the way you like. So here is another view which is called full hierarchy. This one is just for you to, one of the ways to visualize the data that you have. So as you see here, we have all the problems, and I can see by the idea tab all the ideas we have. So it's like working the same like a board, but now it's just a table. So maybe you're like a table person and you will prefer it more. And of course, you can always apply some filters. Like you can say, okay, I don't want to see problems which are, I don't know, state is not abandoned. Like I don't want to see abandoned problems, or I don't want to see ideas which were deprecated, or is none of, I think, deprecated, validated, or dead. So I want to see only something like fresh. I have to consider, and of course you can like show any field here as well. Okay, and the last thing to talk about this in this template, last but not least, is that you can collect ideas in advance. So you have to show the context in advance, but you can also create a form. So this form will be collecting ideas, as you see, and you can share it with your teammates. So you would start brainstorming with something on a plate, just in case if you prefer this async version. So let me click on the edit form. As you see here on the right, I have all the fields my idea has, and I have like, they don't have to think of complexity, of the excitement, of the importance, description, but they have to tell which problem this idea has to address, because there can be like many of them. You can choose a default one, that's up to you. You can check our user guide about forms. They'll have to choose the idea type. I think that's important if you're going with a SCAMPER, with a SCAMPER brainstorm framework. What is this idea about? And that will be it. So you, for example, can start this, you share this form, I don't know, 3 days before. No, like this form will be active for, I don't know, 2 days, and then for the brainstorm, all those ideas will be uploaded to the whiteboard, and you'll just have to go one by one, and maybe that will speed up the process. And with the share button and generate link, you can even share this link not only with teammates, which are part of your Fibery workspace, but with someone outside. I don't know, maybe want to share with customers, or maybe with external teams just to hear their opinion. That's up to you. And this is not probably something that is a must, but just in case, Fibery has video transcript features and also AI summaries. So if you want to record your brainstorming session, that's a nice idea. You can just later attach this video to Fibery as well, and it will generate you an overview of how the discussion was going and all this kind of stuff. If you have any questions, please, there we are. We have a help and support. Let me move my face, sorry. There is a human support and AI support. AI support is definitely a must if you don't understand how a particular feature works. Like, how do I share a form? How do I transcribe the video? How do I create new cards on a whiteboard? This goes to the AI just because it's trained on the guides, and it will provide you very nice and very fast, very quick explanation plus link to the guides. If you're a little bit lost, even a little bit, or if you want to talk to the real human who cares, there is a human support button. Don't hesitate to reach us out. Like, there will be me, my colleagues, and we'll be happy to talk. If you have another framework in mind which is still not yet in the templates, please comment in this video or ping us with the human support. Just don't tell AI because it will not remember this question. This is probably it. Thank you so much for the watching. It took a lot of time, but I hope it's worth it.